Smart HS Tech team, and we're going to do a pre-start check on this tractor and equipment today. So, first thing we need to really think about is this the right machine for the job today? Like, there's no point in going rounding up stock on a beast like this. You'd be better off on the motorbike or the quad or something like that. But hey, just make sure it is what you need to do the job today. Do you really need the loader on? Do you really need the wagon on if you're not going to be using it? You're going to be mowing a paddock of hay. Take some of that gear off, like the loader, so it's not rattling around all day. Is the machine level as you approach it, as you walk in? So I'm looking to see that it's actually sitting fairly flat on the ground, and would indicate a flat tyre or something going wrong with the machine if it's not sitting level. And is there any fluid on the ground as we come in? So that could be black fluid, would be engine oil, it could be clear fluid, oil could be hydraulic oil, and if it's watery stuff, it's probably from the radiator. So that's going to solve a few problems further on down the track if we can get onto that straight away today. The TCLOC is an industry-wide acronym that's used in truck and heavy industry. All sorts of machines use this acronym, and T stands for checking the tyres and wheels. We're going to go through this acronym as one great big loop as we go, but not in order necessarily, because as we go around the machine, we're going to be going past the wheels, onto the chassis, onto the lights, the oil and fuel, onto the controls as we get up into the cab and starting to get away to drive away. Make sure you got the right PPE for the job today, so that could include high vis. With a cab you won't need ear muffs, but with a non-cab tractor you would, and you need good sturdy boots. So let's get into it, eh? Let's go up and start on one of these wheels and do a bit of a pre-start check. So coming into this wheel here, we're checking we've got enough tread for the job today, that it's going to be sufficient for the contour that we're going on, and it's in good condition, not torn out or anything. There's no cuts or damage, and we're looking on both sides of the wheel to make sure there's no damage, no stuff jammed into the rim here like dirt, sticks and stuff that could cause it to slowly get an air leak. Looking around, there's two rim, lots of wheel nuts in here. So the outer rim here is for adjusting the wheel in and out. So this is fairly well adjusted out, but it could still come out wide if it wanted to. And there's in a lot of wheel nuts that we're used to on just about every other machine is secure and held in place too. So these discs can be flipped in and out and change the width of your track on your machine. So coming in here, we'll start straight under the bonnet and have a bit of a check for the oil and fuel, and you can see we're just zooming in on the registration to make sure that that's legal and up to date, and that we can go on the road if we have to get across to the runoff. Coming in here, straight into the water, we want to know we've got enough radiator fluid there to check for the day. So if that's up to the right level, we're pretty much right. But make sure that there's no sticks or damage or anything in here. The belts are in good condition, no bits of hay coming flapping around. And there's several lots of belts here, some for the aircon, for the radiator, for the so on and so forth. Down here, straight into the oil, check we've got sufficient oil today. Yep, looks good. Dip it, wipe it, check it again, and yep, looks good for the day. There's a lot of filters in this area too, or somewhere around the tractor, so looking for the white containers that are filters that could have a date or a hour stamp written on them by you with a felt pen when you're doing the servicing, to make sure that you pick them up at time to do the service change on those filters. Up here on the loader, as we go along, we may as well check all these pins all around the frame here, and they're still all in place and looking good. Carrying on with the loader frame, pins, grease points to be done. Is it attached on properly? The bucket is nicely tilted down into the ground here, so that if someone comes around here on the motorbike and has a little accident, they don't get stabbed with the bucket edge, or if you had forks on it, could be worse. Checking, keeping them with the loader. Case weights, counterweights on the front are in good condition. We've got the air filter here that we can check that is clean, and you might be doing that once a week, could be once a month, depends on the dusty conditions, how much that palm kernel can get into those quite badly. Looking for stuff blocking these radiator panels here. Be careful that you don't damage them when you wash them with the water blaster or whatever, just gently wipe them, keep them clean and not blocked off. There's actually 4 radiators in there, so they need all checking. So we've got an immediate problem here. It's been bird season, so the birds have been in here and they've been starting to make nests, so we've got to get rid of that because that's sitting right on the manifold there, just underneath the turbo. You know, 5 tractors a week burn in the Waikato alone just from birds' nests. So imagine what it's like all over the country. More belts to check on this side because this side could have the cuts and damage, so we keep checking them. Looking for any other loose components here, any other loose nuts, just generally looking over the whole machine. Mudguard's secure, lights secure, exhaust's on good, the battery box is looking good, the stairs are firmly attached still and not bent up and smashed up. Mirrors, other lights up here are all looking still well attached. Coming into the dual wheel here, checking for cuts and damage once again, sufficient tread. All these pins are in place all around here, that's good. Wheel nuts are in the right place. Tyre pressure doesn't look too bad. We've got two treads on the ground, one coming and one leaving, and yeah, put enough pressure in there to make sure that it suits the loads you've got on, because if you have it too low, it's like a big beer belly hanging out there and it's going to look bad. If it's too straight, too healthy, then it's not got enough grip on the ground. So keep your tyre pressures even across an axle. The front may carry a lot more air. They could be with a heavy loader on, could be up to 30 pounds or more. At the rear here, it might be only down to 12, 15 pounds, but if you've got a massive load on, could have to go up to 20, who knows? So make it work for you. Coming in the back here, checking the pins and the 3-point linkage are all hooked up properly, not going to fall out, correct size, the right balls, and PDO guard is in place. It's nice and safe and secure. Our hydraulic hose attachment points are nice and clean and covered that we're not using, and if we're not got an implement on and we're just carrying the tractor with just the arms and the top link, you click the top link up out of the way and lock it out of place, and make sure these arms don't swing into the treads of the tyres and bash the treads off as they're going. Some of them are a lot different on different tractors, so just checking for those sort of things. We've got an oil level here to check in here too, so go in here for the hydraulic oil. We did the engine oil at the front, now we're doing hydraulic oil. It's very clean oil, it's hard to see, but it's right up there just on the point nicely. So once again, you double dip it just to check it, but we'll just right back in here again for the demo. Great. Working our way down, hoses aren't cut or damaged, aren't going to get fouled. The step's not going to get caught out as we're travelling. Jack stands secure, out of the way. Nothing going to fall off here. Carrying on around, checking belts are good, bolts, bearings, chassis, coming right along, just giving the machine a good look over. Get down and have a look as well, see if you can see whether any of the feeder bars are bent underneath, because that would indicate that they're going to get jammed up and caught up, and then you're going to have a problem later on where they start to jump the sprocket. So keep an eye on all that stuff. Stitching time saves 9. Coming down here, once again, wheels and tyres, could be cuts and damage on either side. Rim looks good, nuts look tight, check. Rocking suspension type thing there, looks secure and tight. Coming down here, looks like a post took out the tail lights here, so they could be replaced or rewired, but you may choose just to put some PAS panels on. You've got reflectors built into the trailer. Otherwise, get something like that, and gives people a chance as they're coming down the road. They can see you. Otherwise, in the fog and whatnot, they don't catch you till the last second. Sprocket's looking good. Bars aren't too bent. Carrying on around the trailer. Coming down the side here, coming to the next lot of wheels. Just noticing that the rim's got a bit of steel hanging out here, so this trailer, now over 20 years old, is getting shown a bit tired. Nuts are okay, but we're going to have to replace that. We can still get, just waiting for the tyre dealer to come in here and sort a couple of issues out. We've got a cut in this damage, so you can just, these are the sort of things you're looking for. This rim's a little bit better than that one, but nuts are okay. We've given it a check. Will it be okay for the day? You've got to make that choice. Got a bit bent out of the way, hitting a post, so it's not going to fall off, so I think it's still alright. Hose is secure, no leaks, bearings degrees, everything nice and secure here, carrying on around, and right around the machine. Up here on the mudguard, a few things you can check as well. We've got buttons here, you can stand out of the way to bring the arms up and down. So that's your adjusters without having to be in there and getting crushed. You've got the emergency PTO stop here. You can turn the PTO on or off to make sure that it doesn't. You just rotate it to catch the grease nipples, and then turn the machine off and grease them up. Coming in here, got an example of a tyre that is too flat. There's too much of its beer belly hanging out here. You can just see it's a lot different to the other ones. So that one at the moment is getting pumped up every morning, does the job, and by this time of the afternoon it's started to go down again. So we're still waiting for the tyre guy to come out here, but it's booked in, it's ready to go. We've got a tyre gauge here, we can check the pressure and just make sure that even across the axle you need to get the tyre to the pressure that it looks right for the load you're carrying. So get a good tyre gauge, that'll do that. You can also undo these at the second stage. You can see it undoing here, and that's where you can put your water in. So you can check whether you've got water in your tyres or not, because if you haven't got wheel weights, you may want to have water in here, or both, to counterweight the balance of that loader up the front there. Pins, all on the jewels, locked in again, wheel nuts okay, carrying on down the side of the tractor here. Fuel tank secure, steps are in good shape. We're just about ready to get in the cab. We've done tyres and wheels, chassis, we've done lights and electrics as we've gone around checking these things. We've done oil and fuel, and now we're going to check the controls for the last part of the TCLOC. So up into the cab. First thing you're going to do, adjust the steering wheel into place, get it where it's nice and comfortable, and get the seat slid into a position that suits you. Then you can apply your seat belt as part of your personal protective equipment, and you can start checking your controls in your machine. Okay, so down here on the floor, we've got the wheel brakes. If we're going on the road, we need them locked into place. If we're going to be going not on the road, we can unlock them, and we can have independent steering brakes for on hills and getting through gateways, reversing up to machinery, right brake, left brake, or you can do anything at speed, have them locked together all the time, or learner drivers. Accelerator, front end loader control, and so on and so forth. Forward, reverse, and throttle. Check all your controls. So you can get in here, and about this stage you can start it up and see what's going. Clutch in, start her up. So the front end loader is going to start rising as we pull the lever. Yep, we can tilt the bucket down, checking all of that's working fine. Check all your other hydraulic controls while you're in here before you go off and drive. So because we've done all the whole pre-start check, we knew it was okay to start, there was no shortage of water or oil, and we can check the rest of the controls once you're up in here. So that, guys, basically covers your pre-start check on a machine. Go right around it, go through all the controls, handbrake, so on and so forth. Look at that. These are the little problems that can cause when you have things falling around on the floor. Go to put your clutch in and you can't because it's right in the way. So watch out for sneak chains and water bottles. Get them out of the way, or get them right out of the machine altogether. Okay, want to know more? Go onto our website at www.smarths.co.nz for more training information and full training courses on tractors, quad bikes, side-by-sides and motorcycles. Have a great day, team.